Hello, beautiful ones. Welcome. Welcome to paradise. Another day in Vancouver of paradise. Oh, just surrounded by such beauty here, and flowers are still just on fire, the spring flowers. So to start, I just wanted to say that I'm really feeling into a card that I picked last night, which is the spirit of air. So I'm really feeling into just the beauty of this energy that's coming through. I mean, not only is it the element of my star sign of Libra, but it's also sort of tying into what I was teaching about last week about the heart chakra anahata, of how the heart is associated with this element of air. And so I just wanted to start by honoring the direction of the north, which is in the teachings that I've learned, which is associated with the element of air. So I just wanted to start by bringing in that energy and that wisdom into this space that I'm creating here, with real sort of respect. So calling in the direction of the north, the ancient ones and wisdom keepers, element of air, teach us and whisper into our ears that which we have forgotten. Harmonic resonance, balance, and wisdom. I welcome you into this space and thank you. Aho. And as always, I'm laying my hands on the ground and just bringing in the gratitude and recognizing the spirit of the land and the place where I'm at. And again, just having so much reverence for all the beauty that's here, all the elementals and the nature beings, and this just incredible beauty of Mother Earth, that it really is my honor to sit on the sacredness of this soil and sort of come into communion with all of you. So I want to speak from my heart, as always, about a word that has really been inspiring me with incredible substance into my growth. And a word, honestly, that has really been like lighting me up, firing me up inside, the more that I really understand the depth. There's so much depth to this word that I'm learning, which is sovereignty. So I know sometimes when I've shared this word or brought this word up with friends or family, the first thing that comes to their mind is royalty or government, something in politics. And when I looked up the definition of what sovereignty is, it's the power of authority to rule a person, body, or institution that has the authority over others in order to establish law. Now, that is one aspect of sovereignty, but when I'm talking about my spiritual growth and my life path and the edge of my growth, I'm talking it in terms of personal sovereignty. So this is coming into complete self-ownership. We claim our own power and over our own lives, and allow others the right to do the same. And both aspects of these things that I've just said are so 50-50 important. I'm coming into ownership of my life with giving myself the self-respect of my own authority, and I'm allowing and respecting the other people of their own ownership and authority over their own selves. So I I like to think of it as being like I'm the queen of my personal throne. Like, how incredibly empowering does that feel? So, as you know, we are creators of our own reality. We have the ability to respond in the life that we are creating. So, when I am aligned and in complete sovereignty, being in my absolute power, sitting on my throne, nobody else is responsible for what I feel, what I think, my inner state of being. There is like, I am completely responsible for my own inner state. Like, I come into complete authority, complete accountability for everything that is arising within me. I'm responsible for my beliefs, my words, my actions, my emotions. So it's like there's no like they or them, right? There's no like sort of judgment is banished, because there's no reason anymore for me to be projecting out onto others, because I'm coming into complete accountability for myself. So it's, as I said, real like self-responsibility, and this is a sense of personal sovereignty, what this really is. So as the queen that I am, co-creating my life, sitting on my throne, I recognize that I have two main choices in life as things are happening around me. And as the decisions I'm making, I realize that I can step into a choice of fear or a choice of love. Fear is going to end up being usually like victim and fight or flight reaction. And love, I just love this. Are you ready? Love is your medicine. Oh my gosh, it solely truly is. Can you just feel into the truth of that? So beautiful. And love is sovereignty. So it's real hard, right? Sometimes we don't even recognize that we have a choice. So it's, can I catch myself? Can I come into what I've heard of before? I love this line. I think it was from Tara Brach, about taking that sacred pause, being able to like stop for a minute. That's a sacred pause, because you're allowing like the divine, from your higher self, the divinity to come through in that sacred moment, coming into like pure presence, checking in with yourself and coming into your sovereign truth. Now, like everything, this is a real practice, you guys. We have been, because we've been completely conditioned and controlled our whole lives. For me, 53 years, that I've got a lot of baggage to go through. But it's all such a beautiful gift. This is a thing. This is the journey of the heart. I've been able to see all of this and feel all of this. So when we're practicing these things, what we're actually doing is you actually are establishing new neural networks, right? Just like when you're doing meditation, you are actually making new, firing new neural networks to recreate yourself into the world in a new way, which is just so beautiful that we have this gift every day to recreate ourselves. How do I want to be in the world? So, and this is probably going to require you to go a little bit deeper than surface layer, because like I said, of all this like deep conditioning that you have, and what it really requires, which is the hard part, is to completely embody. And that's why it can be so easy to go into distraction, is because we don't want to feel, we don't want to come into accountability for what's arising up within us, right? We want to push it away. We want to, whatever your distraction method is, anything but feel it. Please give me anything but the experience to feel the difficult stuff that's coming up within me right now. But that is why we are human, because we have this incredible opportunity to be able to embody everything that's arising within us, the emotions, the thoughts, the behaviors, the beliefs, to recognize everything. So just to give you an example of how that works, and I experienced this in the last 24 hours when I was dealing with some money matters. And for me, there is definitely a trigger with money. I have not had an easy time in my life surrounding issues with money. Not that I've had like great difficulties. It's more just like my inner experience. So a choice will come up, right? Where's my choice? The thing is, I've often not even recognized that I've had a choice. I do now, but sometimes I don't recognize that I've had a choice until after I've already gone into fear. So I go into fear, I go into lack, scarcity, and I just go down the whole like scarcity train wagon ride, down I go. And so if I'm a co-creator, look at what I'm creating. Not abundance, absolutely not abundance. So it's through no fault of my own. It's just through our life experiences, right? It's through all of my past conditioning and my experiences that create the things that drop into my head that cause me to jump onto the quick fear train ride. But if and this is why it's a practice, if you have a second, just a moment to come into that sacred pause and recognize, oh, just wait a minute. Let me just feel into this. Like, whoa, what's really coming up here? Is there, what is within me? Like, oh, well, first of all, it really doesn't feel good right now. This whole like thing that money's coming up, it doesn't feel good. So I'm just going to breathe, just going to take a breath and watch it, feel it, recognize it, and then I often can just realize that there is a serious unconscious belief pattern here that's playing out that is not even real. It's just something that I've made up on my mind, something that I've journeyed through my life with for a long time and not even recognize that it's a pattern. So that sacred pause, there's a reason that it's sacred, because you're coming into, that is stepping into sovereignty, right? That is stepping into your truth. That is being the queen on your throne. So coming into power as a mighty co-creator, manifesting the life and the life that I want, and coming into the choice of love, and then manifesting and creating into abundance. So not easy work, you guys. And the first thing, like I say, is just really being able to recognize it, right? Everything in our life, it's so much of it is about awareness, because, well, I'm just going to keep saying it over and over, but because we've been conditioned our whole lives. So when we're in our power, ultimately, the beautiful gift is that we become free, because we just create so much suffering for ourselves when we're stepping into fear, when we are not coming into our sovereignty and self-mastery, because we're creating all of this hardship for ourselves through all of these conditioning of these mental processes that drop in. And coming into sovereignty truly, truly is about freedom. And this is just the golden ticket about this word sovereignty, is freedom. And there's no way that I can even really have a full understanding of what my personal freedom reflecting on sovereignty is right now, because this has only been like the last sort of 6 months to a year that this word has been dropping in deeper and deeper. So I'm just uncovering the layers of really what it even means to be free is right now. So I have a little sovereignty mantra that I want to share with you. I trust that everything is unfolding in my life for my highest good, right? Comes back to trusting that life is not happening to us, life is happening for us. I choose to stay in high vibration and project that into my energetic field. This is one thing I've been teaching about, which is so important, is that what are you feeding the field? What are you feeding your energetic field? What energy are you projecting out? That is also like self-accountability. And to broadcast that frequency across Mother Earth, come into harmonic resonance with her frequency, which creates vibrational shifts across the collective consciousness. And ultimately, this is just such an incredible learning that I've been dropping into, is that I'm just not creating this for myself. I'm creating this for the greater good of all beings, all sentient beings. I am the one that is creating the shift in the world, right? It starts with us. So I am creating and intending my reality as a multi-dimensional light being, attracting and shifting into the highest timeline that is available for me. And I just know that we just have so much power and there's so much available to us when we just drop into the seat of our power. So I encourage you all to be the king on your throne, be the queen on your throne, and really sink into this word of sovereignty and recognize areas of your life where you might not be free because of the choices that you're making. We always have a choice, right? So living from the inside out, this is just such a beautiful gift, being able to understand that it is through the portals of our heart, through the energy of the heart that we're leading, right? That we're making choices and projecting out into the world. So I leave you with that, and I leave you with my love wherever you are, wherever journeys that you are. And I just wish you also to have just so much compassion for yourself for the journeys that you're on. Don't kick yourself when you've made the wrong choice, because the fact that you've just become aware that you've even had a choice is amazing. And you're amazing. And I love you. Have a beautiful day.